Quiz1 question paper. So from this question, they gave a 4 options and select the which option is correct for this statement. When a person prefers mango to apple, apple to guava, and guava to mango, his preferences violates. So from this question, what is meant by transitivity? Transitivity means just like in relations. So transitivity sometimes relates to the consistency. So why this preference violates? That means not satisfies, not correct. Not correct the transitivity. That is, it violates the transitivity. What is meant by transitivity? For example, just like in relations, when A tends to B and the relation B tends to C, A tends to C is the transitivity relation. In the same way, here in this question, mango prefers apple and apple prefers guava. Guava prefers to mango. This is wrong. If mango prefers guava is correct. So it violates the transitivity relation. So correct option is, in the question they ask violates. His preferences violates. So transitivity violates. So the correct option is C. So why the option first one, completeness, is not correct? What is meant by completeness? What is meant by completeness means like preferences. Whereas in a preference relation, a consumer can always compare two goods. So two goods are two bundles. So two bundles, bundle 1 or bundle 2, or good 1 or good 2. So whereas in completeness, like the preferences, what is meant by preference relation? The consumer can always compare. For example, a consumer can compare A is preferred to B, or B is preferred to A, or A equal preference to B. So just like here in this question, mango to apple and apple to guava and guava to mango. Why it violates here? Why it is violated here? Both. If the consumer confused and cannot compare, then the preferences are not complete. So here the completeness is not violated. So is not violated. Completeness option is not violated. Why it is not violated? When the consumer confused and cannot compare, then his preferences violates completeness. So what is meant by completeness? Completeness means a consumer can compare the like preferences relations is called the completeness, and the consumer can compare the two goods, and A is preferred to B, B is preferred to A, and A are both are A and B. Two goods are equal. For example, this soap 1 is preferred than soap 2. Soap 2 is preferred than soap 1, and both are equal preferences. In this relation, mango to apple, that is he prefers mango to apple, He prefers apple more than mango, and he prefers apple to guava. If he has two goods, apple and guava, he likes guava. So here completeness is not violated. When the completeness is violated, if the consumer is confused and cannot compare, then his preferences violates the completeness. So this option is not correct. In this question they ask which option violates his preferences. So transitivity violates. Next, what is meant by reflexivity? Okay, next option C, reflexivity. So what is meant by reflexivity? Reflexivity same like in relations, mirroring. The reflex, a relation A is reflex to itself. A relation A is for example, a relation A is subset to itself. So that is mirroring. In the same way, reflexivity means so for example, every good is best itself. Good is best itself. Every good is best itself is called the reflexivity. For example, if good milk is good itself, that is milk is greater than or equal to milk. Every good is good itself is called the reflexivity. Here the reflexivity is not violates. Here the reflexivity is almost always satisfied. Reflexivity is in consumer preferences. In consumer preferences, reflexivity always satisfied. Always satisfied. So this is not the correct option. It does not violate, it's satisfied. Next one is option D. Why it is not correct? Convexity. Next option, convexity. So convexity means the consumer prefers balanced combinations. That is average bundles instead of extreme bundles. For example, if the consumer have two bundles, A and B. A has only apples. So if there are two baskets, that is two bundles, A and B. A has only apples and B has only bananas. So convexity preferences means the consumer prefers a mix of, that is average. Mix means average of both bananas and apples, both combined, balanced combinations, both apples and bananas, not only one, not only like he likes bananas, he likes apples. Convex preferences means he likes both combined combinations, combined or balanced combinations. So generally convexity prefers the diversification. Sometimes the convexity refers to the convexity does not violates. It does not violates. Not violates. So this is not the correct option. Why does not violate? Convexity means mixed or balanced combinations. So he preferred mango to apple. So he likes apple. Apple to guava. He likes guava also. And guava to mango. And mango also. This is the combined and balanced combination. So the convexity does not violate. Reflexivity does not violate. That is every preference. Each preference of the customer reflexivity is satisfied. He prefers something, that is he prefers every good is best itself. So convexity does not violate. Completeness means completeness means he like the preferences relations. And compare, he is able to compare two goods. Completeness, you can remember like this. Completeness, C for compare. C for compare. C for compare. Complete. Compare the two bundles. So this is also not violates. For this question, transitivity violates. If he goes mango to guava, this relation is also correct. None of them is the correct answer. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel if you like the content. Please support my channel.